The United States says Seoul and Washington are on the same page when it comes to diplomatic engagement with North Korea, but they may differ on the timeline and steps needed in terms of Seoul's proposed end-of-war declaration. Our North Korean affairs correspondent Dami reports.
Washington appears to be taking a rather cautious stance when it comes to Seoul's proposed end of Korean War declaration, saying that South Korea and the U.S. may have somewhat different perspectives on the precise timing or conditions for different steps. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said this on Tuesday when asked how seriously the White House is considering President Moon Jae-in's recent proposal. While refraining from getting into the topic publicly, Sullivan made sure to note that Seoul and Washington are fundamentally aligned on the need to engage with the regime diplomatically.
The two sides have different opinions on the content, extent, and timing of the end-of-war declaration and are in the process of narrowing those differences.
In fact, Seoul and Washington have been closely discussing how to bring the North back to the dialogue table, with U.S. nuclear envoy Sung Kim visiting Seoul just last weekend to speak with his South Korean counterpart, Ro Kyu-dong. Another expert adds that it's not surprising that the two might have different viewpoints.
The end-of-war declaration satisfies South Korea's national interest, but from the U.S. point of view, it will be a moment to contemplate the readjustment of American military power in Northeast Asia, such as the status of U.S. forces in Korea.
But he further pointed out Seoul's proposal is clearly an attractive suggestion to Washington, as it could secure peace on the Korean peninsula and become a starting point to resolve the North's nuclear issues. Washington is yet to officially release the details on the end-of-war declaration proposal. The North Korean leader's sister Kim Yo-jong last month called the offer a, quote, interesting idea, while demanding an end to what she called hostile policy toward the regime. Dami, Arirang News.